Welcome back to my channel. This is just a quick read for the month of August, and this will be for 2022 Libra. So I just wanted to give you a little rough synopsis of what we're looking at here. In short, sort of the outcome cards are over here with the crossroads as well as the ring and the card of the bear. So I feel like there's going to be something that's coming around here, or coming back around, another opportunity or chance at something again here. It's not without a little bit of a hurdle with the flowers, key, and mountain card, sort of clarifying, but definitely it is something that's fairly requiring you to strategize and do some learning to be able to kind of advance yourself. But it is definitely an investment in something for sure. So, and there is expansion with this again, but there's definitely, some cards here of needing to, with the book card, trying to advance yourself as well. With that fox card, it does look like there's going to be some level of study that's required. So again, this could be that a secret is coming out here as well for others with the book and the fox, but it also stands to, or it also kind of reflects with cards of education and seeking knowledge. So for some of you, you might be going back to school and having to strategize a way to go about doing this. I do feel like it's an investment in yourself for sure in some way, but there's also a sense that you need to strategize, be a little bit guarded or protective about, how you're going about this plan or this move. You are going to require some knowledge anyway before making this implementing this strategy, whatever this is for you. So again, there might be a sense that you need to be a little strategic, but again, a little quieter about your moves here at this time in August, but definitely moving something ahead. It's a new beginning here, with that combination of cards for book and fox and all of that. But I feel like you're not going to be revealing something right away. I feel like you're going to keep something to yourself here, with that fox card. You're going to keep something to yourself at least for a time, perhaps a little longer than August, but at least the energy is around you that there's some kind of element of secrecy or being a little more contained about information. So there could also be, again, again, this has been sort of a persistent energy that's coming through with the flowers card. Again, there's a gift of some sort that's coming in here for you. So again, in June, I believe the energy was sort of starting out around this. So how I feel energy works, and yes, divine timing, but how I feel energy works is, that on the other side of things, spirit is already advancing something. So the energy starts in June, but it doesn't necessarily manifest in our time, but it definitely has started in previous months. So for some of you, you're going to see this further out. It'll be June, July, or August, because again, it's divine timing, but there definitely is movement in these areas behind the scenes. And that's why I feel, like I say, that there is a sense that there's the spirit is working on something. The energy is already moving in that direction. And now it's just a matter of kind of bringing it forward in a physical reality. So again, just going back to that book and the fox card, this is also about, as I said, it could be that there's a reason for someone to be a little quieter about what's going on around them, because there could be some lack of trust. Maybe you're feeling a lack of trust around somebody who's quite educated, or you're feeling like there could be some deception around something that you're trying to grow. But there is definitely a bit of, could it be even representative of gossip with the fox card, but it just feels like it's more of a private environment that's requiring you to build some knowledge just for, your own security, I suppose, is maybe what I want to say there. But it definitely is, you're not fooling yourself. You're being quite intentional about how it is you're growing something or moving ahead here. So anyway, it is also paying attention to, important things in your life here as well with the book and the fox. Really paying attention to the things that, that could even speak to, your own attitude about something. Sometimes it can be a wrong timing card, or something not happening at all. But I feel because there's so many cards of growth here that that's not really the case. I do feel it. And again, it's around educating yourself about something that you have to do that's going to sort of put you on the map here with the stars and the garden card. So the stars card, of course, is about great luck. So great luck is coming in here with a gift from the universe with the flowers energy. And then you've got the garden. So this is definitely something that is multiplying. It's definitely something that's exponential in the way that it's arriving here. I mean, in the last read, I know in July, it had something to do with a smaller amount of money. But again, once it's coupled with the stars energy and all the cards of the garden and growing all of that, it expands the meaning. So it either means that you're going to be expanding it in some, tremendous creative way, or that the money itself is actually larger than what the sum was coming through with one card. It's now, compounded because of the number of cards that accentuate the meaning of that one card. So, but again, the stars is about, getting clear on what it is that you want. And again, because you've got the book, the fox, the stars, I feel like you're really taking a look at sort of the small print, really taking a look at contracts, really taking a look at anything that has the potential to, provide you with some kind of advancement. So again, lucky coincidences, all of that sort of falls into this area. It also orients around relationships with people that, are helpful to you. It's kind of a, again, lucky coincidences, whatever. That's what the card of the stars is. It's just a really good outcome for things that revolve around expansion with the garden, anything that revolves around, learning and information, education. All of that is highlighted here. And again, the stars right beside the gift coming in from the universe. And so all of these things really bode well for you. There's some kind of good luck that's coming in here. So again, could also speak to a lot of spiritualization, as the highlighting factor here for a lot of the month. But there's also a lot of creativity with the red in the cards here, as well as the purple. Lots of intuitive nudgings and promptings, to kind of move you ahead in a particular direction for sure. So, and some of you actually, it could be kind of pushing you forward again a little closer to nature and really taking a look at your reality and how to bring your visions to the forefront. But it's also about, finding more of a grounded understanding of your goals and how you're looking at life. It's about finding a way to ground yourself with that combination, to me anyway, the stars and the garden card. So moving into the garden card, and again, that was sort of the energy of expanding something and expanding it exponentially with that stars energy. And that one, and it's very close to the gift. So whatever it is that the universe is bringing forward, I feel is going to be something that either takes you public, puts you in a public eye, something in a public way, brings you to some kind of internet, or provides an audience of some sort here for you. But something that was, once a little bit more hidden or in the dark is now coming forward in a really spectacular way here with the star card. So I feel like you're able to open up again here, make contacts. It's really a card of expanding socially. So there could be a lot of people or circle of friends, that kind of thing that you're starting to network and do more with. But it's definitely about drawing more attention to yourself in some way. We also have, again, that flowers card, which is, of course, the gift from the universe. So the universe is definitely bringing through something more for you, or at least the energy is coming into play here again. So it's still showing up. I know in the previous reads, the only sort of cards that kind of spoke to me that kind of tend to be a little more not revealing the gift, suggested to me with the High Priestess, and that was the cards in the previous reads that indicated that for some of you this wasn't coming through right away, because that is still a card of something being hidden. But for others, this is going to be, starting to manifest again. It can be trailing out into August, because I know that High Priestess showed up a couple of times there. But anyway, this is still cards of the flowers and the mountains and the key. You have the answers, like to, develop whatever it is that's coming through as a gift for you. This could be someone that's very special to you, that is, providing some kind of invite to an event, some kind of little gesture or whatever. But it's also something where I feel trust was possibly an issue here, but it is going to be a joyous occasion. This is definitely, again, more socializing, more networking. Definitely somebody extending themselves here. It's an opportunity that's opening up. It's, expanding a limited time, or expanding a limited mindset, all of those things, because you've got so many cards of inspiration, or, well, you've got inspiration over here, but you also have a lot of cards of intuition and guidance in a really grounded way. So I just feel like there's some really good energy to make use of in this month for August. So, but I do feel like trust was an issue in some circle of friends or family or close connections, whatever that is for a lot of you. So again, looking at the mountain card, that again is that obstacle where there was some kind of a frustration around a connection, or that you're waiting on something that's coming through from the universe and you're still feeling like you're waiting, feeling like there's a difficulty or an obstacle or something's at a standstill and that things aren't moving ahead. So it's a sense that something is being held back from you, and that you're kind of you kind of feel deadlocked in some way. But there is solutions, and nothing's being prevented from moving forward here. This is definitely something that's coming forward. The last part of the card here, again, with the clarifier as the key, is just that. You've got all the answers. There's security. There's keys to success here. This is definitely fulfillment. It's highlighted here. You've got information of some sort that's going to be coming through to kind of clear the way. But whether you recognize it or not, I mean, intuitively, on some level something is coming forward here. But there is also a course of action that's required, because there is a crossroad. There is something that's coming back around. There is an obstacle that, you have to get out of your own way, or you have to look at things from another perspective. But the key card is still a card of being careful, but that highlights, fulfillment and success is what's being brought through from the universe here. And despite your lack of, feeling that it's moving forward. We also have the card of the crossroads. So again, you might be feeling like you are a little uncertain about the way forward, whether or not something is going to be coming back around, but it does indicate that there could be a choice or a decision, that you're trying to make. If you're feeling like you've put a lot of reliance into this gift that's coming through from the universe, and you're waiting on it before you can make a decision on something, it still speaks to options being available to you. And you do have the ring, so this is definitely something that's meant for you. It is something that's going to come forward. It is showing you different perspectives with the crossroads card. It is you searching for alternatives. It's about being tolerant and trying new ways of doing something, but it's also a card of letting go of things that are kind of, holding you back or obstructing you in some way. So, and again, I feel like you're trying to make a decision on something, but this is still a time for you to consider those possibilities right now. So I feel like that's more of a contemplative space in the month of August. There's also, as I said, with the card of the bear, that's really more of a clarifier that I pulled for the crossroad. And these are kind of the outcome cards. I feel like you might be dealing with somebody who's quite stubborn. This could be, an elderly person, an official person, authoritarian, something along that line, or somebody who's just very dominant in the month of August. But it is about also finding compromises, and it could be in a particular relationship that is significant here with the ring, or it could also indicate just, trying to figure out, the best way to go forward with someone or deal with a situation where somebody is quite impactful in the month of August that is around a decision of some sort. But the bear is kind of a loner energy, and again, it feels like more of an introspective space, but it's still a space of control and knowing where you're headed, even though you're still trying to make a decision on something. It could indicate, some kind of a fatherly or some kind of, male energy of some sort there with that bear energy, but it's still a protective card as well. So I feel like you are being protected from spirit, and it could be from a male energy that is coming through here for some of you. But I just feel that you don't really have anything to fear here in this month. It just feels like there's some compromises, some strategies that's required to be able to move forward here. I do feel like you're trying to figure out something anyway in the month of August, a way forward. And again, it could be dealing with a very significant partnership contract, whether in business, personal relationship, or a significant relationship of some sort, something that's kind of cyclical with that rain card and something that repeats. So it is also some kind of strong bond, but it is a card of connection. So but it's also about strengthening something or strengthening that bond with perhaps a male figure or father figure or something along that line. But it's where relationships grow and change over time, and it's certainly a long-term kind of energy, and it's returning to that starting point to kind of rebuild something as well. So again, this I feel is a chance for you to really learn something, grow something, and strengthen your relationship, find new trust, advancement, but definitely something exponentially is really